So what I want to show you is behind the scenes. This is the first time that I've set up my own Faux-Pro studio in this new house, which I say new. We moved in 6 months ago, and I haven't actually set up my studio until tonight. So I literally have a box over there that I just pulled my lights out of. If you want to check out the shopping list of everything that I'm about to show you, hang on. 2 hands. I made a note card for you. NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video. Okay, so check it out, NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video. Hi, Anne. Yes, you're awake. Everyone on the other side of the world, hopefully most of America is sleeping right now because 11 p.m. in Hawaii. Well, actually, maybe you're waking up. Early birds. Hey, Rachel. Okay, I want to show you because I think you'll be impressed or at least excited that this can look fine. I mean, again, you don't have to be fancy pants. You know, I've done Facebook Lives from my garage, and that's totally fine. But when I'm creating something for a course about copy or these workshops that I'm creating for a course about copy beyond the site, this workshop series, I want it to look good, you know, just step it up a notch. So here it is. Carrie, good morning. Okay, here it is. Prepare to be dazzled. Dun da da. Wait, I'm trying to turn my camera. Okay, look at this. Okay, so again, go to NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video. This is going to be shaky and a little Blair Witch project. Y'all just deal with it. Okay, NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video. Take a screenshot of that if you need to. We'll put it in the comments below. That's where I have this list. So this pop-up thing, which, oh, God bless it. The last time I popped it out, I used to do this in our bedroom. Now I've graduated and I have an office, so it's actually a separate space. But this background thing, I got it on Amazon. It's over on that shopping list, and getting it back in its case is quite an adventure. So that's one purchase right there. I think it was like $50 to $60 on Amazon. These light stands that I have here came as part, these three, so these two and this little guy came as part of the Cowboy Studio lighting kit. Yes, here you go. I have it propped up on a box of diapers so that you can see. The thing is, I don't actually use most of what came with it. So it came with these umbrellas and some other things, but I don't actually use those just because of personal preference. The light was a little too dim, so I ended up going to Lowe's or Home Depot and buying these guys, these clamp lights, and that's what I have my light bulbs in. So let me show you. Again, I literally, oops, I don't want to wake anybody up. I literally just got that box out today. Okay, yes, dun da da da. Okay, so I have the background thing, which it's black on another side. I've never used the black side. And then it's white. Okay, so these are from the Cowboy Studio deal, and then I literally just clamp these things on, and I'll show you the kind of light bulbs that I have. I just have these from like Lowe's or Home Depot. Hi, Katie. I have the little one back here, and then I have these two positioned here, and you just have to play with it, and I'll show you on my camera little monitor to kind of give you tips on how to scoot it. Okay, don't mind that little curtain rod down there. Okay, so you have two that are pointed at the backdrop, here and here. Again, I apologize for Blair Witchy. And then that one that's behind you. And so it doesn't look fantastic right now, but through my camera, the way that I have the settings, it actually looks pretty good. Okay, now, again, this is super DIY, okay? That is a baby blanket. I have another light clamped onto a ladder that I had my husband bring into my office. You're gonna laugh when you see what this actually looks like on the camera because it actually looks good. So baby blanket is kind of acting as a little diffuser there. And then I have just like a regular floor lamp, and I plugged another light bulb in there. So I have two lights on me, see? And then there's my camera with my Ravelli tripod. Again, if you go to NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video, I have this shopping list. Okay, I'm sorry about that. This is gonna be, we'll edit it together. We'll download and edit it together in one blog post. So I hope that you hopped over here because I was just about to show you my camera. So I'm flipping this around and showing you my camera, which is a Canon Rebel T5i. And the reason why I got this was because I really appreciate this feature right here, which is that I can flip it. Since I'm doing this myself, I can flip it and then see myself to make sure that I'm actually in the frame. See how I can see myself there? So then I turn it on, and then I push record, and then I scoot back, and I say, hey, Nikki, Make sure you're in the frame. Honestly, I kind of have to like scoot down a little bit to make sure that I'm there. But that is the camera that I use, okay? And then the microphone that I have plugged into the camera is this Rode mic, multi-directional, okay? And then it just basically plugs in right here. It takes a little 9-volt battery. And I'm going to turn around here and I'm going to show you what it actually looks like when I'm doing this from the other side of the camera. So this way I can see, I'll show you what it looks like. See, look, this is me up at night talking to myself, but see how it actually looks, it looks good. There's no weird hot spots. Hot spots are when it's like kind of yellowy around here. If you do have hot spots whenever you're setting up your own setup, then just see, look, I made that freeze frame for you. That is the cheese freeze frame. I know it keeps refocusing. If you have yellowy hot spots, then what you need to do is scoot those two back a little bit. So just scoot them back a little bit, and then that way the yellowy, you know, because you might watch videos and you see that and it's like, oh my gosh. Someone told me that once upon a time in a Facebook group, that's called a hot spot, and to avoid it, you just scoot these guys back. The lights that are lighting the background, I'm sure there's an official name for them, but you just scoot them back and then just keep coming back to your camera just to make sure. So basically earlier, before I was actually recording myself, I would just record the blank space and then push play. So these are the settings right now. I don't even know what these are. 50, 5.6, 1600 photographers. I know that I'm killing you right now because I'm not knowing what all of these things are, the ISO, but I know that that's kind of what blinds it out. Because if you look at it this way, it looks a whole lot more white than if you look at it that way. And that's the important piece. And if you have any other lights on whatsoever, it ain't gonna work because it'll make it look yellow. So, da-da-da! That is the Faux-Pro setup. Again, if you go to nikkielledgebrown.com/video, and I'm gonna stay on because I know that we just had a lot of people on and then my connection died. Yes, thank you, Rachel. I know y'all are probably like, Nikki, but that's the whole point. You don't have to be a photographer or a professional to be able to make a video that at least kind of looks, you know, nicer than your average garage video. So that's what I wanted to show you. Again, my shopping list is at nikkielledgebrown.com/video. I'm going to sit on my little ball here. Actually, I'm going to get my little miniature video set up here, which is the jellyfish in the square. This guy. And I'm going to sit here for a minute. And that way, if you have questions about it, I won't be Blair Witching as you ask questions. So if you're here, if you're back, again, I know that I just lost you because my connection went wonky. But yeah, that's basically it. The other things that I have bought, I bought an extra memory card that is actually a 64 gigabyte memory card, because basically when I'm doing this, when I get it all set up, I'm going to binge record stuff. So I'm not going to record anything else tonight. That's why I wanted to do this now. But I will record more tomorrow night. The reason why I'm doing it at night is because we don't have any rooms in our house that have really great blackout curtains right now at this point. So, and you can't have any other light, because once upon a time, the first times that I tried doing these Faux-Pro videos, I was in my garage at our old house, and there was light. Plus the garage, it made it really echoey. So then I was doing them all in Studio B in our bedroom, and that was weird when people would come over to like fix the AC, and they're like, what on earth? Because once I put this stuff up, then I wouldn't put it back for a while. I wanted to make sure that if I'm lugging it all out, that I want to, get good use out of it and do a whole lot of videos. But anyway, when I was doing multiple videos, it would stop, the memory card would fill up. So that's why I ended up buying a bigger memory card, which I don't have linked to that blog post, but I can add it to that blog post. I think this will be its own blog post because it's the 2016 version. Again, this is the first time that I've actually set this up in our house here, but the reason why I'm doing it at night is because, as you can see, it's my office. There's an open hallway out there, and then there's a window right here, and then a window behind me, and these aren't super intense blackout curtains. and I didn't want to have any other lights. So I actually had Bryson helping me after dinner, and he was standing on a little stool, and I was just kind of adjusting everything for him. But again, the main thing is, and I'll show you, yes. Okay, just repeating, because I know you may not see the comments when you're watching this, but just, again, repeating the importance of the extra memory card and then also an extra battery. Because, dude, there is nothing that will kill your mojo faster than you're talking and you're doing your video and it's great, and then all of a sudden it says memory card full, and then you're like, wah, 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 because you were on a roll, and now you have to stop everything, go put that memory card, you know, offload all of those videos onto your hard drive or onto your computer, whatever you're doing. The only other thing is the battery. If the battery dies, again, if you're on a roll, the last thing you want to do is be like, oh, never mind, let me go do something else and squirrel while I wait for the battery to charge. So make sure you get a second battery and a really big memory card. Again, I upgraded to a 64 gig, which I don't think I'm ever really recording that many videos at one time. So that's that. If you have any questions about the Faux-Pro setup, this is part 2 because the first time it cut me off, the connection went wonky. So this is a 2-part, and I will, you know, we can edit this video to where it's 1. But I will go ahead and show you again, since we are here and it is Facebook Live, and that's part of the cool thing about this. I will go ahead and show you again. Again, everything that I'm showing you is here at nikkielledgebrown.com/video. So I have a shopping list there that you can check out. But since I had it set up, I just wanted to show you again while it's nighttime, and you can actually see what the lighting looks like here, because during the day you won't, it just doesn't look the same. That's why you just don't want to mess with it. The only light you want in the room is the light that you're intentionally putting in the room. I am not a photographer. I am not a videographer, but I do get a lot of questions about my videos and how I get this white screen. So I'm going to show you one more time while we're here. Again, if you're here, please like and or give me a heart if this is helpful to you, because I'm just curious what that looks like because I haven't actually seen likes fly across the screen. I don't know what that looks like whenever you're on Facebook Live. Oh, I know what. I wanted to show you the light bulbs. These are the light bulbs that I'm using. Again, just from Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever. They're natural daylight. That's not what the light bulb looks like, but they're natural daylight. These are, most of the ones that I have, what is that? 23 watts? 23 watts. Then these guys, let me see, 1175 watt. Okay, so 18, what is this? Nikki, do you know what you're talking about? Here's what it is. Okay, so most of the ones I'm using are 1600. Am I even showing you that? Yeah, 1600. These are the ones that most of them are this, and then I'm using one of these just because I ran out of the 1600. So these are 23 watt CFL bulbs, and these are 18 watt CFL bulbs, and they're natural daylight. And that's important because you don't want it to be super yellowy. Yes. Hey, Kirsten. Yeah, the connection died on me. Yeah, otherwise I just use sunlight. You know, this is a window right here, so normally when I'm doing Facebook Live, it's during the day, and so I just sit here, you know, and you can just prop it up. Again, you don't have to be fancy pants, but whenever I'm doing something for a product or a program, you know, just something where I want to step it up a notch, like putting on lip gloss, the equivalent of putting on lip gloss, for my videos, when my videos want to wear lip gloss, then I set up my Faux-Pro studio. So again, if you're just joining me, this is the second installment because the first one cut off. If you're here, then tell me hi in the comments so that I know that you're here with me live. And if you have any questions about what I'm showing you, absolutely leave that in the comments. Again, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something if this is helpful to you. Okay. So this is it. This is my Faux-Pro setup that ends up looking like a totally seamless white background because I have this pop-up background that's white on one side, black on the other side. I've not used the black side. Hang on, let me flip this around so that I can show you. Okay. And again, just to review, I have these two big lights. So these are from the Cowboy Studio. Hi, Christine. Hi, Heather. These are Cowboy Studio lights, stands, the light stands. I have not even used the rest of the kit. I don't like the umbrellas. The lights were super dim when I put, I don't know, it just didn't work out. So, but lots of people like it. It just wasn't working for me. But I used the light stands. They're super helpful. And then I have that little guy back behind me. And then I just have these clamp lights that I bought from, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. Oh my gosh, it's a landmine. If Bryson's in here the other day, I was like, dude, please do not step, jump, whatever, because it's a bit of a mess. But I just have these little clamp lights and then these CFL light bulbs that I just showed you. And that's that. So those are the ones that light the background and make it look white so you don't see all the wrinkly wrinkles. And then turning around, this is just, again, a floor lamp, because then I have two lights that are on me, one on each side. Otherwise, I have the really weird shadow. And then this is the really classy part, which is a clamp light hooked onto a ladder, which, no, is not normally in my office. A clamp light and a baby blanket as a filter. So be careful with fire, you know, you don't want it to be too hot or leave it on too long or whatever. And then anyway, that's that. So I have these two lights on me, that one and that one from either side. And then I have my Canon Rebel T5i, which the cool thing about it is that it flips. So you can see yourself and make sure that you're actually in the frame, because that would be really sad if you were, you know, doing a great take of whatever it is that you're talking about, and then you realize when you watch it back, you're not even in the video. So that's that. That's the camera. Again, I just scoot back, make sure that I'm in the frame. Usually I have to kind of duck down a little bit. And then this is the Rode mic that's plugged in right here with its own battery. Again, bonus tip, make sure that you actually have it turned on, because I just did a little video, came back to watch it and realized that I hadn't turned the microphone on. So make sure you have that on, have an extra battery handy for your microphone, have an extra battery handy for your camera, and then a good solid SD card so that it won't be too full. Again, I'll show you, that's what it looks like. Da, 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 da. I can actually hit play so you can see. It's a little yellow.
We have so much goodness to cover.
Dee, dee, dee. That's that. And then I go in and I edit it in ScreenFlow. So that's that. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, then leave them in the comments below. I mean, again, I'm not a photographer. I'm not a videographer. I got a few tips from a photographer buddy of mine 3 years ago whenever we were trying to set this up in my garage, and it looked kind of horrible with hot spots all over. That was the one thing I forgot to review. Hang on, let me review that real quick. If you're looking in your camera and you have like the yellowy browny spots around, then what you need to do, those are called hot spots, that's what the cool kids call them, scoot these back a little bit. Scoot the back lights, scoot them back just a little bit so that the light is more even and diffused. You just have to experiment with this. That's why, again, I apologize for the Blair Witch quality of this video, but you just have to experiment with it, you know, because I was kind of nervous because this was my first time to set it up in this house, in this room. I haven't done it in like 6 months, but it's the same. It's the same. Whichever room I'm in, it's about the same distance. That this lens is just the lens that came with the camera, and it can only go so far. And it's all the same. You just have to like set up the basics, get up your lights back there, and then just kind of play around with it and keep walking back and checking and walking back and checking. And sure, it's something you could delegate and go hire a studio or blah, blah, blah. But it's really not that complicated once you have the right pieces. And again, you can go to NikkiElledgeBrown.com/video just to see the shopping list that I mentioned here. The ladder and the baby blanket are not included on that shopping list. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm about to go wash off my face and go to bed because I have more of these to do tomorrow, and I can't do them until the sun goes down because I'm not blacking out this office. Plus, I'm home alone with little ones because it's going to be summertime. Okay, Heather said, did you mention about your specific makeup for videos apart from your gorgeous lip gloss? Oh, thank you, Heather. No, I mean, I do not wear this much makeup just on a regular daily basis, so I just do a little bit more. Like, normally I don't do eyeliner on the bottom. If it's just like a normal day, I don't do eyeliner on the bottom. I did a little more blush, which reminds me, or bronzer, which reminds me of a really funny video on Janelle Summers' Facebook page, her and Shailene Johnson doing a contouring makeup tutorial, which was really funny. I listened to it on my walk the other night. But no, that's it. Otherwise, and this is Mary Kay lip gloss. A lot of people asked me about the red lip gloss. Just Mary Kay lip gloss and lip liner. So that's that. I wanted to show you this while it's still set up. I will be busting it out again tomorrow just to get more of these videos done. But that's all I wanted to show you. Faux-Pro. Again, not every video needs to be like this. If I made every video have to be this way or this quality or whatever, then I wouldn't do videos at all. So I want to encourage you to watch my other Facebook Live videos that are filmed in my garage. I think one of them is called If You're Scared of Video, or if video scares you, then watch this, because the main thing is your message, right? The most important thing is you and how you're connecting with people and showing up to add value. That's the number one thing, and the rest of this is bonus, you know, because it helps sometimes when there is a more professional, polished look. It's less distracting than when I'm shaky, you know, Blair Witchy trying to show you stuff. You know, a more streamlined production just shows a little more effort and just gives another sense of quality. So it's worth it for things if you're recording your course, for example. That's something that I've done with the course about copy. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you. If it was helpful, please share it. Like it, comment, say hi, let me know that you're watching. If you have any other questions about video, about this particular setup, again, I'm not an expert, but I am a DIY faux pro expert, and I'm happy to share what I know and what I can, as long as it's helpful. So that said, I'm going to go wash my face off and go get some sleep, and I look forward to reading your comments when I wake in the morning, because right now it's 11:30 probably, almost. So good night. Nighty night from Honolulu. See you next time.